Hello everyone, my name's Anjali and today this is our WOCY family breaks for teens and adults where we are going to be celebrating Honesty Day. So honesty is the definition, the idea of it is being truthful, not stealing, not teaching. And when we think about honesty, it's actually based, or it's the idea, it's a principle of yoga, which is satya and truth. And when we think about honesty and truthfulness, the first person, the most important person to think about being honest with first is you. I've said first a lot of times because you is if you can be honest with yourself, you can then be honest with others. Now, honesty is an interesting concept and we can consider that a little bit later in terms of, is it the right thing, morally right, to be honest in all situations and circumstances? So let's get going with our class today, and as ever, please remember to be kind, to listen to your bodies, to only do what is comfortable, no overstretching. Yoga is not competitive, and also to respect the space that you and a partner are doing, or a group are doing your yoga in. Okay, let's start with our Walkie Breath. And for today's Walkie Breath, I'd like us to lie down and consider our breathing, particularly in the context of yoga and honesty. So come and lie down on the floor, either with your legs long or your knees bent, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Have your arms a little bit to your side or on your tummy. And just breathe normally. Just notice the natural flow of your breath in and out. And when we're thinking about honesty, truthfulness in the context of yoga, our breath is our friend. It is our guide to being honest. So if when you're doing any yoga activities, stretches, sitting, meditate, whatever it is, if your breath is shaky, ragged, not smooth, that's an indication that today, not necessarily every day, but today, the way that you're doing that pose, or maybe the fact that you're doing that pose, is not right for you. So adjust your pose, feel your breath smoothing out, becoming natural. And that is the way to do that pose today. So you'll know that this whole idea of honesty is really important to me. It is contained in all of the warnings. I don't like the word warnings, it sounds a bit harsh, but all of the suggestions that I provide to you at the beginning of each of our sessions. Okay, so with all of our activities, our yoga today, I'd like you to notice your breathing. Is it natural and smooth? Then that's the right way to do it. So the idea here is if you're feeling it, you're doing it. You don't have to be over-feeling it, you just need to be feeling it. As we're going to move through a number of poses today based on yin yoga idea, which is the idea of letting go. It is not really dynamic exercise on our muscles, it's letting our muscles, our body slowly unpick itself. So we're going to start with our Walkie warm-up today with a wide-kneed child's pose, okay? So we bring our big toes together, our knees wide. I'm going to come sideways so that you can see what's happening. And I'd like you to just lean yourself forward and stop. Pause for a bit and just see if you're noticing any stretch to those inner thighs. And if not, maybe you can lower yourself a little bit more and keep lowering yourself until you start to feel something. Because in this pose, the longer you hold it for, the more you are unlocking any tightness that you're holding. So remember to be honest. Where is the point that you can feel this pose activating in your body? And just continue to breathe naturally. You can rest your head into a pillow of your hands, a fist, two fists, down to the floor, whatever feels comfortable for you. And just keep breathing smoothly. And if you start to feel your breath shaking, maybe it's about making those knees a little bit narrower today. Maybe it's about coming up a little bit Just see how this feels for you. And hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Okay, so that was our Walkie warm-up today. Just seeing how things are starting to feel in your body and allowing the space and the time for you to be honest with how you're feeling. So let's move into another slow, less dynamic, but another yin yoga pose where I'd like you to now, for our Walkie exercise, we're going to be moving our body in 2 directions, but still doing this holding idea. So come and lie down on the floor and stretch your arms over your head. And we're going to do a kind of almost made up asana called banana asana. So almost like a banana pose, a moon pose, a reclined moon pose, where I would like you to either leave your arms apart or join your hands and move your arms over to the side so you're starting to feel a side bend through your body. Now this is not a banana shape yet until we move the feet. So move the feet to a point where you can start to feel a stretch on the outside of your body, okay? And we're just going to hold this banana pose. And if you would like to, you could cross to deepen that side stretch on the outer side of your body. You can cross your feet at the ankles. Otherwise, just hold here and let go. Try and release any tension that might be gathered in your shoulders. Remember again to notice your breathing. Slow and relaxed goes the breathing. And hold. Keep holding. Keep actually just almost, sounds a bit strange, but relaxing, letting your body move with ease into this pose. Yes, you'll feel a stretch, but it should not be painful. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the middle, and just to release that stretch, come and draw your knees up to your tummies. You can always have, if the floor is hard beneath you, you can always pop a little cushion underneath as you come to draw your knees to your chest. Okay, now I'm just going to come up and turn around, but no need for you to do so. But do so if it means that you're going to be able to still see me. And if you're doing this yoga with someone in your family, maybe you can be thinking about banana posing towards each other. So just set yourself up back on the floor and move your hands first. So extend those arms. Start to feel the stretch on the outer side of your body, and then move your feet. And I often find my eyes naturally close as I'm trying to relax here and just, am I focusing on letting go? Well, I don't know. I think I'm just trying to gain that awareness, take all of my awareness and my presence to my body. Feel what that stretch is. Feel where I might be holding tension to not allow my body to benefit fully from this slow unwinding the outer side of my body. And am I breathing naturally? Easily? Am I kind of enjoying this space, this time? Just going to count us down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring those legs back centrally and draw your knees up to your chest again. And even you can rock on your back from side to side to just counter pose to ease out the stretches that we've been engaging with on both sides. Lovely. Okay, so that was our Walkie exercise. And I'd like us to just drop our knees over to the side, use the support of your hands to come up. As we're going to do, it's either an individual one of these or you can do a partner version of this. But I'd like you to consider this pose as a partner version, even if you're doing it individually. So we're doing a wide angle seated forward bend. And I'd like us to consider this concept of honesty, as honesty is absolutely being truthful, absolutely important to building trusting relationships. But you also need to balance honesty with compassion and kindness. So I want you to imagine that you're either holding on to someone's hands. If you've got two people, the person with the shorter legs have got their legs inside the person with the longer legs. And sitting up tall, keeping the chin up, you have one person pulling the other. Now, depending on your flexibility of your hips, the length of the muscles in your legs, you'll be able to fold forwards, perhaps more or less than somebody else. The other person who is gently holding onto your hands and pulling back is going to be aware of where your tipping point is, your point of full extension. And so the amount that they are reclining back is going to be different to maybe somebody else who has more tightness running through their legs and their hips. So just being aware, with different people, you are maybe acting and operating in a different way. And so with this idea of honesty and compassion, in all circumstances, what is the honest, the right thing to do? Okay. So even if you're doing this by yourself, for each bend forwards, where is your honesty point? Are you holding on to your calves, your ankles, your toes, the outsides of your feet? What is the right place for you? Notice your breathing. Notice if you're doing this with somebody else and you're holding hands, try and tap into their breathing. Where is the strain for them? Let off a little bit. Allow them to come to their natural breathing point. Okay. So hopefully both of you have had a chance to do this, or you've had a little bit of a chance to recline backwards. We're engaging the tummy when we're doing this, and then folding yourself forwards to try again. Okay. All right, so let us come back again for our timeout. There's me, look at my honesty, where I just can't leave things be, and I'm trying to pull my yoga mat together. So I'm going to let that go for now, and I'm going to lie back down into Shavasana, as I'd like to share with you a daily practice in our timeout today, our WOCY timeout, as a way of being honest with yourself. So as we lie down and try to relax in these Shavasana type poses, these resting poses, either with your feet long on the floor, your legs long, or your feet bent. You can even have your knees open, just not always comfortable for everyone on their inner thighs, so just come to wherever's comfortable. And start to notice your breathing. And maybe you're starting to think, reflect, or other thoughts are coming into your mind. We are all human. What we're going to do is about practice. There's a reason it's called practice. It takes time. It's not always easy. And the practice I'd like you to engage with today is the practice of noticing your thoughts without getting caught up in them, without overthinking them. So if you have a thought that thinks, oh, my thighs feel sore today, I wonder why I couldn't stretch forward. Let go of that I couldn't, that query. My thighs were open for me today. I did the best I can. And let anything else go. Those recriminations, those criticisms, that inner voice, that feedback. Just notice your thoughts, your emotions, as if they're clouds drifting in the sky and they're drifting past you. As you acknowledge and accept them as part of you. Loving yourself for these emotions. Not criticizing yourself. And as you engage with this daily practice, you'll start to be more honest with yourself about how you're feeling in a genuine, kind way. So as you can either continue to observe your thoughts as you're down here in this Walkie timeout today. Or sometimes having these thoughts for just a short amount of time is enough. Practice means that every day you can maybe do it for a little bit longer. So if you'd like to, you can bring yourselves round and come up to sitting as we close our class today with a Namaste. The light in me honours the light in you, and thank you very much for coming to our Walkie Family Breaks for teens and adults, where we were thinking about Honesty Day.